Tesla is the most profitable car company for 2 years. Want the truth about it? Watch this video until the end. But before we get into the video, if you're new here, please press the bell button to stay up to date and hold on tight, because we are going on a very informational journey. It is said that Tesla's net profits are about tenfold over the next 2 years. Despite short sellers and haters' claims, the company turned out to be profitable. Tesla, however, will most likely be the most profitable car company in the world already by 2024, in just 2 years' time. Even though Tesla looks small today because of its units sold, Tesla was one of the top 10 companies in the world when it comes to net profits last year in 2021. Now, Tesla is going to scale to extremes to meet its extreme demand. Yes, it is nearing its peak. Also, Tesla is poised to do something that has never been done before in the world. Rather than comparing Tesla to EV volumes, it's time to start comparing them to the world's biggest automakers in terms of volume, revenue, and profits. And now, we'll go right into it. Tesla had a very good year in 2021, selling 936,000 cars and increasing 87% from last year. Also, keep in mind that Tesla struggled with the chip shortage and supply chain issues, so they couldn't make as many cars as they would have liked. However, despite Tesla still being a small company when we look at net profits, in 2021, the company was among the top 10 car companies on the planet. As you can see, Tesla is run very efficiently and is truly becoming a money printer. And you need to remember that their first full year of profits came only in 2020, and now they are already among the top 10 car companies in terms of their net profits. How crazy is that? However, the market is about to take off to new heights, with a growth that the auto industry has never experienced before. As the fastest growing manufacturer of large manufacturing products in history, Tesla already has this distinction. So let's take a look at the numbers from 2021 and then try to look forward. As of 2021, here is the list of top 10 automakers by revenue, and Tesla beats Renault, which sold almost 3 times the amount. When we look at Tesla's net profits, we can see how the company shines, considering this is what Tesla has been criticized for. They were criticized for not being profitable over the past decade, but now they take the 8th spot as the most profitable car company on the planet. That's incredible! In addition, if we divide the number of cars that these automakers sell by their profits, Tesla is standing out. The only automaker that beats them is Mercedes, which earns a few extra bucks per unit sold, but beats everyone else. Just think how differently we were 4 years ago. Further, several analysts, short sellers, and haters have asserted that Tesla will never be profitable due to its structural unprofitability. Additionally, the automotive industry has not been able to benefit from economies of scale. Then, according to Bob Lutz, the scale does not apply to the auto industry, therefore Tesla was doomed. He said that Tesla could never scale up because it would still lose money on every car it sold in its early days. And the same would hold even if they scale up, because it would still lose money on every car it sold in its early days. And the same would hold even if they scale up, because the car industry doesn't work that way. As he said, he was of course proven wrong by Tesla. Nevertheless, Bob was not completely wrong, as it appears that the 2 largest players in the industry, in terms of units sold, are well down the list when it comes to profit per vehicle. Therefore, it is true that Toyota and Volkswagen do not earn more on the bottom line per vehicle they manufacture. The problem is a particular one with the automobile industry, as they are not set up to make money on selling cars, but rather on selling services and repairs. The whole game has changed for Tesla because they knew they couldn't make a living from servicing and repairing EVs since there was little demand. The company needed to push down on the cost of making cars to make the economy of scale work, which Tesla has done. They don't increase their fixed costs, but their variable costs do. So the gap between revenue and units sold is getting larger. Hence, Tesla earns more money when they sell more cars. In addition, Tesla does an extremely critical thing that none of the others do. Others are focused on developing the best products possible using what tools they have available to them. But for Tesla, they create the best possible product. That's it. It is then up to them to figure out how to create that product, even if that means inventing new tools. For instance, Tesla had to invent the machine that could do the carbon fiber wrapped motor for the Plaid Model S. Tesla is way ahead of everyone because this is one of the things that will keep them on top of the game, since the others would never conceive of something like this. because it doesn't make sense to them. This is also evidenced by Tesla's desire to do this with its geeky casting. Then, Tesla had to develop an entirely new alloy to make this casting work. So they asked Idra to design a bigger casting machine than they have ever used before. Volvo has now copied Tesla with their Giga casting design because a Giga casting can save a great deal of money. With all of these innovations Tesla has done and is still doing every single day in their factories, they have pushed the cost of making their electric cars so far down that Tesla is already industry leading in ICE cars when it comes to cross margin today. So what does that mean for the future? Knowing that Tesla is already in the top 10 car companies when it comes to profits, and second in profits per vehicle, and they are making more money as they scale up. We've already seen it. In addition, Tesla has added one more factory, which will soon be joined by two more with the Texas factory, which is much more efficient than the other two factories that were referenced in the article. And once scaled up, the two new factories will produce even more profit per vehicle than the two old factories. Therefore, Tesla's numbers are likely to get better in the future. But let's think about the future and be conservative with numbers we have currently. Also, Tesla has the potential to truly make some insane profits, as we've seen in 2021, when Tesla's net profit jumped from $721 million in the fourth quarter of 2020 to $5.5 billion in the fourth quarter of 2021. That's a 7.5-fold increase in net profits year over year. Therefore, Tesla has become quite the money printer, and all they want to do here in 2022 is to scale up even more. Now we're going to talk about something that has not yet happened. There's no way to predict it, but I believe we can get an idea based on the historic data for Tesla and how fast they ramp up production, and the runway we can see in Shanghai. It is predicted that in January 21st, that Tesla would deliver about 1 million vehicles in 2021. So I do know what's going to happen here in 2022. It was off by about 6.5%, so if you like, you can add or subtract maybe 10 off my numbers. To keep things conservative, Tesla is likely to reduce prices again in the future, as well as get cheaper models. But let's go ahead and project out just a few years from 2020 to 2025, since it's so difficult to predict further how things will develop. Sometimes things move much faster or slower. However, we can't slow Tesla's growth down, and Elon just said the other day that they are likely to scale even faster and build 10 gigafactories within 10 years, having an astonishing growth rate of 71%. However, in the first half of this decade, let's remain very conservative. It might even go faster than that. We will then continue with the prediction of 1.85 million in 2022 and then add another 50% over the next 3 years, possibly resulting in 2.77 million cars in 2023 and with a net profit of $16.5 billion. By this point, Tesla will be the third largest automobile company based on net profits, right behind Volkswagen and Toyota. If their profits have not declined, which they are very likely to do. So Tesla's revenue could be over $140 billion. So they will again be in the top 4 car companies in terms of revenue next year. With a growth of just 50%, Tesla will produce about 4,162,000 vehicles, bringing in a net profit of about $25 billion. Only Toyota and Volkswagen can catch up to this global car leader, having achieved $210 million of revenue in just 2 years. Despite its small size, Tesla is currently one of the top 5 car manufacturers in the world, based on sales, and with a 50% growth rate, we would reach 6,243,750 units sold by 2025, with a total net profit of over $37 billion. Moreover, this is more than both Toyota and Volkswagen combined. We can add another 50% more to Tesla a year from now and understand the sales of Toyota and Volkswagen will keep falling because of declining sales. Therefore, the new car sales peaked in 2018 and won't increase again. There's no doubt that by year 2026, Tesla may become the biggest car company in the world in terms of revenue, net profit, and units sold. This is actually a conservative estimate and expected to happen within 4 years, with nearly 10 million units sold and a net profit of $56 billion, up 10 times from 2021. Quite possible. This is because in just 1 year, the company showed a 7.5-time increase from its profits in the fourth quarter of 2020 to the fourth quarter of 2021. And in 2026, they would have $350 billion in revenue. Once that happens, Tesla plans to double its production between 2026 and 2030. Further, Tesla is now primarily focused on extreme scaling, and it has the capital and financial resources to do so, unlike anything they've ever done before. Furthermore, because of some economic reasons, the price of oil is starting to rise, and people are shifting to EVs. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe with a post notification so you don't miss out on Tesla era.